How you doing? Welcome to Walkman's review of the February 12th, 2022's Rampage. Rampage was a very good show, as usual. Even it'll give me good wrestling above all. But of course, you need a storyline to go with everything too. But yes, this is Walkman Z. Sorry, Walkman Z. It's YZ because I like the last letter. I am the last but dying breed. I am a working man, and the reason why. And I just got off from work a couple of hours ago. It is nice outside. It is February. I'm not in no tropical area. I am actually in the on the East Coast, actually, Maryland. Maryland has some of the strangest weather. It's like you have all the weather as Cat Williams said in one of his specials. But it starts off with Roppongi Vice, which is Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero against the Young Bucks. This match was actually supposed to happen a couple of weeks ago, but Rocky Romero got tested positive for so he's fine now. So this match is so this is the match from, like I said, it's supposed to have taken place, and like they try to keep their word if they have a match, other than if it's an injury or just other circumstances, they will get you the match that they said they were going to do. Just like Blood and Guts didn't happen, almost until basically a year later after it was announced. So yeah, starts off hot. The Bucks take control, double teaming Rocky. They kick Rocky to the floor. Then Matt helps Nick onto the top rope to do a standing moonsault onto Rocky and Trent. They actually got knocked to the floor already. Nick wipes both of them out. Then Matt comes out. They're going to help both of them in so they go ahead and start double teaming Rocky. While this is going on, Orange Cassidy just puts his hands up. He lays down onto the, he slowly gets down, lays back onto the ground, and starts sliding under the ring. They're like, Matt and Nick are looking at each other like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? Then after you can't see his feet anymore, he gives him one of these. You see just a hand stick out. So then Matt and Nick then grabs the arm. They think it's Orange Cassidy, but no, it is Danhausen. He does the Danhausen stare and the curse. Okay, now, in case y'all don't know, Danhausen's probably just coming off of a broken leg. He the last time he was just wearing crutches. He was on a toy hunt with Ethan Page. If you follow his vlog, he was I believe this was like about 3 weeks ago. He still had a crutch, but he's probably not clear yet. So at least they're still using him. It's only been a couple of weeks. I mean, you can't expect like, oh, you've seen him like, oh, we got to get him every week. What they say? What's the old saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Like you have it's a good problem to have so many talented people on a roster that you do want to see. So many talented characters that you do want to see. People, he's already over. So he's getting over just by popping up from underneath the fucking ring. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? He's over already. He hasn't even had a match yet. So, getting back to he curses them while this is happening. Trent and Rocky are already inside the ring. They go from one side to the ring to the next, and then come out through the middle ropes and do dives on both Matt and Nick. Rocky throws. Let me see. Yeah, Rocky then throws Matt back in. He does a standing slice spread. He takes control from there. Nick goats Rocky into coming out onto the other side of the ring. He's like motioning him out. He's chasing him. Rocky's starts chasing Nick. Matt then gives him a super kick onto the ground. Right? Then Trent comes from the other side of the ring, from his corner, comes out and go confront Matt. And then Nick is already on the ring. He turns around, he says, see ya, like if you see a Young Bucks match, see ya, gives Trent a kick. Now, At this point, Nick and Matt both on the opposite side of the ring from where all the other crap happened from the other side. They're on the opposite side now. They both have Rocky and and Trent and the power bomb positions. You know, head between their legs. And freaking Nick does. If you watch B in the Elite League, and this actually happened on TNT television. If you follow the saga of when the Good Brothers were there, they do this thing where they pretend to smoke something. They basically they're smoking a joint, basically a pretend joint. Nick does this. He puts it out he puts out the pretend cigarette on Trent's back, and then he proceeds to do Nick and Matt. They do double power bombs to both Rocky and Trent onto the apron. It looked fucking brutal. It looked fucking brutal, man. Like, I don't know how. I mean, I know that there's a certain way you're supposed to know how to land, but son of a bitch, like I still don't. I don't know. I've been wondering about this spot because when Kevin Owens came in and Kevin Steen used to do that, he's like, damn, dude, he put some underneath the fucking ring apron, just a little bit of extra padding that you can't see. I mean, I'm hoping so, man, because you can, like, I mean, I always think about what happened with Shawn Michaels in that fucking Undertaker match. You know, took him out for almost 3 years. Like, I'm like, shit. But all right, anyway, let's get back to this. All right, getting back to the like I said, old school notes. Wrote these notes out. You know. So yeah. So then comes up to the floor. Matt go. All right. So yeah, so now, this is Matt's an asshole. He throws Rocky back in after the power bomb. All right, Matt throws Rocky back into the ring. Matt goes into the wrong corner, right? Like he goes back and forth like he's waiting for a hot tag, but he's in the opposite. He's not in his right corner. He's in the corner where freaking Trent's supposed to be at, but Trent's still on the other side, fucked up from the power bomb. So he's getting the crowd up, like he's ready for the tag. You know that spot that he does, like he's a fucking asshole. Like he's going like this. He's literally trying to get him to go for a hot tag, and I'm like, Rocky, what the fuck are you doing? He sees it's not fucking Trent, but he's still crawling. He's hoping. I guess he's hoping he gets there. He comes from the other side by the time he gets to the corner. So he doesn't go all the way to the corner. He goes off to the ropes. Matt tags, touches the top of Rocky's back, comes in and starts beating his ass. So look. So then after he beats Rocky down, Matt does. He gets Nick to come in. Nick comes in, they go to either corner, they do the fucking got to give the people what they want, friends hug spot, right? Fucking assholes. So them playing around and fucking around gives Rocky Romero some time to recover. So he does a double run. He jumps up on both. They're doing the hug spot. They're already joined together. He hops on top. On their necks, brings them both down. Does a double run spot. Okay. All right. So then he tags. Then Trent goes in. I'm sorry. Rocky goes. Excuse me. Rocky goes and tags Trent, and he goes wild. He does a half and half to Nick. He does a half and half to Matt. Trent then. Let me see. Then Trent gets. Trent has Nick. They're out on the outside by now. At this point, he has one of them out. He has Nick on the outside. He puts Nick into the electric chair position. Okay, and so Rocky's recovered a little bit by then. So Rocky comes and does the Doomsday device, and Nick goes to the floor. If you know that he got the electric chair position, then Rocky runs. He's on the apron, so then he does a running knee to Nick. He falls back. All right, back into the ring. Rocky covers Nick for a near fall. It's only a 2 count. Okay, Trent then suplexes. Yeah, because he gets a suplex to let me see. If I remember right. He gets a suplex to Nick. Then Rocky comes in and then gives a suplex to Matt. double suplexes at the same time. There's a double. There's a few double spots, whether it was outside of the ring or the inside of the ring. Yeah, a lot of doubles. What do you expect? It's a very action packed match. Like I have not like no gripes about this match. Um, Matt and Rocky go back and forth. They're both in the center of the ring. One hits the other hits the other. Rocky powered up. He powers up, gets a knee strike. I mean, and I know there's certain ways to protect yourself, but those knee strikes, I'm always wondering, like, dude, he put extra padding because he hit something. He hit the side of the jaw or something. I'm like, damn, it looked like this motherfucker could have got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Then Matt comes. Okay, so let's see. Knee strike to the. Let's see. Then Matt comes. Matt comes back, like I said, to set up for the Meltzer driver. If you know what the, he powers up. He turns Rocky upside down for the Meltzer driver. That's where it's basically where it's basically you know a power driver, but Nick's on the other side to go ahead and push the legs down. So, named after Dave Meltzer, if you don't know, it's like a tribute to him, the wrestling observer himself. Anyway, they set up for the Meltzer driver, but then Rocky reverses it, turns it to a roll up. And he has him pinned for a 2 count. Yeah, Rocky has Matt pinned for a 2 count, quick 2 count. Trent then comes in, does a half and half off the top rope, right? He off the top rope. He does a half and half, holds his neck after he does it, and then Rocky keeps Nick out of the ring. So he has Trent had after the half and half. He has Matt down for the strong zero. He has he has him fucking pinned down. That's that strong ass pin. But unfortunately, Nick gets in, pushes Rocky into Trent, and breaks brings the count up. It was about to be 3. All right. So now, let me see. Let's see. Okay, Rocky then kicks Matt out. Okay, they both kick Matt out. They get Matt they kick Nick out. They got Matt back into the electric chair spot. They were about to do another Doomsday device. All right, but then this time they were in the ring. This time, Rocky was on the top rope. All right, Rocky was on the top rope. Trent had Matt onto his shoulders. But as Rocky came in, he got hit, but he flipped as he came off of Trent's shoulders. But I have yet to see, he probably did that spot at some point. I've never seen that spot before. I was like, damn, he flipped out of it. Gave super kicks to both Rocky and Trent. Okay. After the super kicks, he gets Trent out of the ring. He isolates they both Nick comes in, helps get Trent out the ring. They isolate Rocky. They give the BTE trigger. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. After the match, Orange Cassidy comes in to go check on Trent, and Trent was still out. Rocky was in there. He was checking, so Orange was checking on Rocky. Brandon comes in. By the way, Orange Cassidy this whole time had his shades on. So, the old gimmick that Brandon has, the cold spraying the Young Bucks. So he's spraying Orange Cassidy in the face. But he has the fucking glasses on, so it's not having any fucking effect. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? So he gives the most devastating kicks Orange Cassidy does to Brandon. It is absolutely... I don't know how Brandon is even standing after what he did to this man's shins. And so Brandon then tries to swing at him. Orange Cassidy ducks, and he comes back, hits the ropes, gives him an orange punch. He's fucked up. But he turns around. Fortunately, both the Young Bucks get back in, gives Orange Cassidy a super kick. After that, Trent gets in. He finally comes to. He gets in, chases off the Young Bucks. But who comes through the crowd? Right, it is Switchblade Jay White. Comes through the crowd, gives him a It gives him his finisher, which is what it's called the Blade Runner, which is which I'm not not saying it's just a copy of something. I'm not down on the move or nothing, but I'm trying to give you a visual. It's basically a Sister Abigail. It looks like a quicker and faster. It looks like kind of devastating quick Sister Abigail. Cause he dipped some. Fucking slung the fuck out of Trent. I was like, damn. He actually rolled out of the fucking ring actually. But so I guess they're setting up. They will actually have a match on the next Rampage. It'll be Switchblade Jay White versus Trent. So that was a great match. All right, so now we're back. Rick, by the way, the commentary team tonight was on this Rampage was Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks. I don't know why I'm blanking on their name. It's Ricky Starks, Taz, Chris Jericho, and as you can see, one of the guys I like, it was one of the best commentaries next to Jim Ross, Excalibur. So Ricky had an announcement to make about the fact that Powerhouse Hobbs is in a qualifying match. So they're doing qualifiers, which I like. And I had no gripe about last year's Face of the Revolution, how they did it. The ladder match, but they're having qualifiers. It's nice to have qualifiers to figure out who makes it in. Is it just, because it is the beginning of the year? It's like, in the rating system resets, and it's kind of hard. Everybody's almost at 0 right now, 0 or 2-0 or 1-2. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice that they're having, like, I guess the top 10, top 12 or whatever actually have qualifying matches. They're based on their performance and also their record. So which it looks like. It looked like, because they already had one with Keith Lee. With Isaiah Cassidy of the Private Party. Doing one with Powerhouse Hobbs versus Dante Martin. And I'm hoping Hobbs win. It's like, I have nothing against Dante Martin, but he needs to have some momentum right now. And I believe they're having one with Wardlow. I forgot who his opponent is. But it's going to be... But those are the qualifiers that are coming up. It's going to be 6 people total. So they might have, the last 2 times they had this type of match. Yeah, they had a surprise. So it might be 2 more matches after this, and then a surprise person that Tony Khan picks out inside the match for the Revolution pay-per-view that's happening on I believe on next month, March. So he announces that. So then we go to Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson had a proposal for about a couple of weeks ago for John Moxley, for them to join forces. They, which I'm actually interested in. I'm actually interested to find out. Like, either way, we're gonna get it. Either it's like this. I would like to see where this goes. It's not like John Moxley don't like there. He's not a total loner. He's not. He because he has worked, but just recently CM Punk. I was surprised. That was a great match. This past Wednesday, they had a great tag team match. But it's not like he's just an island to himself. He does work. He does work with people. Because Eddie Kingston, his old friend, he can work. Him being in a faction, that's what seems strange. I would like to have seen it. When he, if you remember that first year with where Jericho wanted him to join the Inner Circle, I was like, all right, we'll see where this goes. I would like to see where this goes at, but it was a swerve basically. He didn't join. He took the car that he offered them. If you remember that, like I said, I don't know how far back. If y'all just starting out with AEW, it's worth going back. It is. It totally is. Because I'm not a WWE hater. That's when I started watching WWE when I was 7, 8 years old with my brother on Saturdays. It's future. And it's just frustrating. Like NXT was the shit. It was like storylines, people you got invested in, and then once you went to, and I'm like, and I know you already know this. Once you went to the damn main roster, that's like, what the fuck, Vince? What the fuck? It's like the last group to ever do anything of note and stay and kind of keep their fucking momentum, or or their character up, or or any relevancy, was like the group where of course the Shield came up, Kevin Steen came up, Charlotte, Becky, that group. That was back in 2014, 2013. Like, ever since then, like, everybody to come up is like, they just fuck with them. Hell, I don't even know. Like, I wasn't even watching NXT at the time, but when Brodus premiered, I'm like, they had that package. He looked like a devastating son of a bitch motherfucker, and he came out as a dancing dinosaur. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even watch NXT, and those vignettes of him, he's coming, he'll be here soon. He's coming, he'll be here soon, and I'm like, he came out, somebody better call you my mama, whatever the fuck that music was. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I was expecting some devastating, brutal monster. Here he's dancing, he got a hat on, a goddamn singlet, looking like a fat-ass fucking baby and shit. Dumbass motherfucker. Like, what the... But, that's Vince for you. Turn you to a dumbass cartoon character. Just like when a fucking, I remember the one-man game got turned into that, the African Hakeem, the Dream. Like, the one-man game was a badass. Then he turned him into a damn. I understand, like, at the time and even now, once you went back to PG, like, you need to appeal to the kids. But shit, they can bring a character in that wants to do that shit. Don't make a badass a pussy ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like taking a pit bull and then spray painting him pink, right, and putting bows all on his fucking goddamn fur and shit. What the fuck? Fucking bullshit ass. Yeah, it's still a pit bull, but it don't look intimidating and shit. It don't. Like, motherfuckers they'll probably go laughing their ass off. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably still get bit the fuck up, but they're not going to be, you want that fear all the way through. You want the look and the bite to go with it. But, let's get back. So we have our next match is, DMD, Britt Baker. Came in wearing, and I love how she, notice her eyeshadow always matches her outfit. But, just a little subtle things that I like, and in fact, that, listen, and I will probably reference this. I'm not overly harsh on people's performance, especially when they just started or a couple of years, a year here there. I will shit on, like if somebody's been doing it for so long and they're still garbage, especially certain moves. Don't do that move no more. Charlotte is great in the ring. Why? Who the fuck said go ahead and go for keep doing the moonsault and then now the double moonsault? And I know I already told you, I already mentioned this shit, but whoever's saying, hey, go ahead and go for it. Like, and I understand a lot of times some certain moves, every move isn't like it's not choreographed. They do it within the moment, but at the same time, so I say, hey, listen, just stop doing that fucking move, please. It looks like absolute dog shit. Like I said before, it's ass +5. Like, what the fuck? So, anyway, so it's Britt Baker versus Robin Renegade, the Renegade Twins. She's part of the Renegade Twins. Her sister is named Charlotte. Just speaking of Charlotte, right? So it's Charlotte and Robin. They're both. I seen both of them. Like, I watched both the Dark shows, Dark Elevation. And I've been right up on it. And I'm hoping that, especially after this performance, that they both get signed. Because when I don't know when it's going to happen, but trio tag team titles are coming, and women's tag team titles are coming. It's like, and the women's division, I never had a problem with it. It's a promotion that's just gotten to 3 years. Like, of course they have to work at it. They have to work with storylines. We'll work with type of talent and building people up. Let's build up. Listen, there's still always going to be more men who are more interested in seeing men wrestle. All right, and I get and I'm not saying that I'm not siding with I think there should be more women's matches when it makes sense. Like there was two women's matches on Dynamite. It made sense. I absolutely love that. Like when it makes sense. Don't force something in there that doesn't need to be in there. You know what I'm saying? It has to make sense. When that first 2 months, 2 3 months of Rampage, it was great wrestling, but he didn't build up storylines just yet. It was match after match after match, but you have to establish characters before you can go ahead and start doing storylines. Same thing with the women. You have to establish the characters. Okay, so we know so they have characters. So we have a good set of characters. And Serena Deeb is a great fucking character. I love what the NWO was doing. I love the fact that Billy Corgan kept it going. I mean, and I don't and and it's bitter. Like I don't want to see them lose too much talent over there because I don't want the promotion to go under. It's like part of history. It's like living history. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them to go under for I don't think it's going to be possible. But I mean, it is possible. I mean, but it's at the same time, it's going to be people who are going to be more hungry and want more out of their characters and what they do. But Serena Deeb, Thunder Rosa coming over, the LA Knight now, NXT. I mean, now they don't know what the fuck they're doing to LA Knight. I only know through other people's reviews. That's the only way I've been keeping up with the new NXT. The new NXT. This motherfucking goddamn Nickelodeon branded bullshit, colorful. Look like every time I see their logo now, I want a piece of fruit stripe gum. Okay, the fuck, man, goddamn bullshit. Excuse my language. It is. It's irritating as fuck. Okay, it really is. Getting back, I know I keep ranting on, but it's like it's like it's like a move. It's fuck. All right, but look. I'm not gonna go into detail about each move, but and I have to say it wasn't much. It was a lot of taunting on Britt's part. But Robin Renegade, for only 2 years of wrestling, and I've seen her sister several times. It's smooth. And I hope I finished my thought. About the women's division. It's like I said, they had to build it up, right? They had to build it up. There's four. It's usually 5 matches. It's usually 1 women's match and 4 men's matches. Okay, and I'm quite sure once the division starts expanding, it's going to be 3 and 2. Okay, or sometimes it's going to be 3 women and maybe two men's matches. It's going to be because when it makes sense. Okay, when it makes sense. Okay. But there are the women out there, but they have to slowly get these people in, and make sure there's a spot and a story for them. Just don't bring them in, lock them down, and just like, all right, we got them, just to collect them. That's what the WWE was doing for the longest, and not doing shit with them, and just be like, just keeping them like, all right, well, I mean, which was good for them, but at the same time, you want to also perform. You don't want to just go ahead and just come in every day, just do drills. You want to perform too. You want to, but it was irritating. Like the women's division has to be built. Okay, they have to develop. Okay, right? It's like you complaining about a promotion. It wasn't even around for a full year. It wasn't around. It wasn't around for a full 2 years, and then now it's 3. Like, yeah, you see what and this is why I never really complained about it, because it's like they're working at it. I was fine with the Joshi wrestlers, with the woman from Japan. It was freaking great. I mean, I always had great action. From and I know it's like, oh, I don't know this person. Is it a good fucking match though? Is it? I mean, WWE can have good fucking matches, but sometimes the repetitiveness is absolutely fucking. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, the Bulls and the Phoenix Suns, 1993, the playoffs. Those were some great. That was a great playoff. That's when I was that was one of me and my sister. 12, 13. That's when we were freaking watching. We were into basketball. Those were some good games. But if they were to go into the playoffs the following year, like, I don't know if I'm gonna fucking see that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, listen, when a rematch happens in AEW, it happens for a reason. And it happens maybe a month or two later. The freaking Young Bucks, give me an example. The Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers only fought since the promotion's been around. Since the promotion was around, only fought twice. Okay? Twice. Right? They're not doing what like I said, I'm trying my best to hold back. And if I ever actually start doing WWE reviews, you know, that would be something y'all have to, you know, if y'all want me to go ahead and start reviewing that, I will. But it is, I just see the pain, just the painfulness when I hear it, because I look at clips, and I'm still keeping up with the product, because I still like the product. I just hate what Vince and Bruce is doing. You know, I hate what the hell they're doing. Anyway, I apologize. Let me get back to okay. So not to, Robin Renegade, she's talking big shit. She has a lot of confidence. She's like she's saying something in the ring. You can't hear her. She's saying something to the crowd. She's saying something to Britt. She's talking big shit. Britt's talking big shit too. Britt quickly takes control. She does this. She's been doing this. She does this thing where she grabs the back of Robin's hair and just throws her down back. Back like a back body drop, but she uses her hair to drop her. She does this at least 3 times through the match, and then one of the times she does it, she's in the corner. She's actually on the Robin. Robin goes for double knees to Britt in the corner. Britt moves. She's hung up on the second middle rope, and then Britt grabs her back of her head and throws her down. And like, damn. I understand she wants to take a bump, but that's your fucking neck and it's elevated. And like I said, this is nice. Robin moves smoothly, and to think that she's like this at 2 years, and her sister is good. Charlotte Renegade is good. Like, once these tag titles are made, I would like to see they are contenders. Definitely Jay and Ty. Yeah, Ty Conti and Anna Jay. Penelope Ford and the Bunny, but yeah, those are they're like they already work well together. Those are the ones that and then any other I can't think of any other pairing right now, but those are the top 3. I was easily can hold the belt, but I know they're gonna need at least 10 more women to come in. Over the next, whenever it's no timeline that I heard when they're trying to get it in. They have more trios than anything, but it should be women's titles then the trios. But the trios probably gonna come first. It probably is, But right now the women got 2 titles to fight for. The men got 2 titles to fight for and tags. So I mean, one thing at a time. It's only been 3 years now. And the things are just coming together nicely. All right. So now, let's come out to the end of the match. Robin does a nice drop kick. She takes back control after Britt's talking big shit, and she's like dragging her around, giving her kicks to the face and all that shit. Robin does a quick drop kick. She comes back quick. Drop kick. Britt goes into the corner. She goes into one corner. Robin does to the other corner. Does a double knee. She hits that. Then she goes to the top. Does a decent splash onto Britt for a 2 count. Britt comes back. There's a quick gator roll to get out of because she was about to do a suit. Robin was trying to give her a suplex. Britt blocks it. Brings her down. Does a quick gator roll. All right, comes around, kicks her in the face, hits the opposite rope, gives her Robin's face is facing down, gives her a stomp, right, for the 1, 2, 3. Then after the match, the match is over with, right? Rebel comes in, or Reba comes in with the glove. She basically motions with the gloves. Britt does. gives her the lockjaw. You see that when she gave this, you can see that her mouth is bloody. I don't know if it was. This is one of two things happened. Either that stomp was connected a little bit too well, or she had it was a blood packet. But to show that, trying to show that she was like really messing her mouth up with the lockjaw. The mandible, which is like the mandible claw, Brit's version of that. So when this is happening, Thunder Roaster comes out. Thunder Roaster comes out for the save, chasing them off. Starts chases. No, she blasts through actually because Reba comes to the tries to stop. She tries to fucking stop. Thunder Rosa, Reba does at the ramp, but she just blasts through, Reba. Good to get to Brit. Then Brit does double legs. Starts Thunder Rosa gives her the double leg takedown to Brit. Gives her ground and pound. Hater comes out from the back for the save. Starts beating up Thunder Rosa. Then Martinez comes in, the other hired hand, right? So pulls off Jamie Hayter, and then she starts beating up Thunder Rosa, like, this is my job, I'm doing it. Then Hayter comes in, like Jamie's like pushes her off of Thunder Rosa, like, come on, this is my job too, like, they start fighting, and Britt has to separate both of them like this. He puts their arms around her, like, all right, look, like both of them, like, and he gives both of them kisses, like, come on, let's be friends, all right, right? They stare at each other, Martinez and Hayter. Afterwards, no more fisticuffs, but got definite tension there. All right, now we have a Layla Hirsch, legit Layla Hirsch and Chris Statlander promo. This is a recorded promo, like backstage, like the warehouse, the looking, like not like interview, but like camera in the face, tell me what the fuck's going on type, like promo like this. So they're just talking. So if you don't know, Layla Hirsch she's been in the U.S. like since she was 8. She was adopted. She actually born in Russia. Her and her sister were both adopted. Raised in New Jersey. She was literally she's tried out for the if you don't know her backstory, she tried. She went to school and everything. She learned English through luckily the class she was in actually had somebody who spoke Russian, so she was very blessed for that. So that's why she speaks. She doesn't really have an accent or any type of accent. She's been here since she was 8, and I'm already laughing because like Layla Hirsch, she's about 4, right, maybe 4'9", right? So and Chris Statlander, the alien, she's like she Layla Hirsch is supposed to be the good guy, right? So Layla Hirsch has been doing some fucked up shit. She, like, last week she attacked Chris Statlander, she hit him in the back with a steel chair when she was being interviewed by Tony Tirani, and then kicked the chair into her face as she was trying to get up. So she's been pissed off for the past at least six down there 2 months now because she lost to I think it was early December, might have been just early December, where she lost to Chris Statlander. Like, they had tagged together and everything. If you don't know the backstory, Layla Hirsch was just sore. She had tagged a couple of times as a trios with her, Chris Statlander, and Red Velvet. She already beat Red Velvet a few weeks ago, and so anyway, like the part that really cracked me up, like I said, they're going back and forth talking about like what's your story, like Layla said, what's your story? I had to pray and hope that me and my sister would get adopted. So what type of triumph or story you got? So Chris comes back, they go to her, like I said, it's a back and forth, cut, one says something, the other says something. So Chris said, I told you it was unprofessional because I offered you my hand after our match. After I beat you, you just smacked it away. But an attitude like that, it's no wonder your parents gave you up. It was shocked because you're supposed to be, that is some hellish Savage shit. I wrote down here Chris Statlander, savage. Like, fuck. Like, what the? I'm laughing at it now. It's fucked up. Because it's like that is like came out of nowhere. I expect Layla to say like even though Layla doesn't have any dirt on Chris like that, that she don't have a past like that. But that was some fucked up shit. But an attitude like that is the one that your parents gave you up. So that match, they didn't announce when that match is happening. They're trying to just make keep the fire going. This is why I like it's like you don't have just it's fine to have more irons in the fire for when you want to make the story. You need to stretching it out. You want to let it marinate a little bit. You got we got the professor story, the professor of wrestling, and the woman of 1,005 holes. We got her. We got the Britt Baker story. We got the story going on with Jay Cargill and her 27-0. It's like we got this with Layla Hirsch and Chris Statlander. I mean, we have storylines going on. Oh, then just a week and a half ago, just last Brandy. Even though I don't know, she needs to get. She needs more reps in that ring, man. Like, it's painful. It's like she moves so like she just got in there. It's like, and I know, and how the listen. We bunch of people, and even I said to myself, "Damn, Britt, you need to you spent a lot of time hitting those dental books and not focusing any more reps in the ring." And that's what I was thinking. I mean, I just don't tweet hate out or whatever, because I knew she was gonna get better. I knew she was. She just needed more reps. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad they changed her character. Totally. It was. And it wasn't like that. Oh, we'll give up. Things. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it have to go like that. They say if you're not getting over as a babyface, try being a heel. And she's like, she said she's kind of like the way she is now is kind of like how she is. She has a little bit of arrogance with her. Why shouldn't she? She studied to be a dentist. She has an actual dentistry that she does 4 or 5 days a week of practice. That's in I believe in PA, Pittsburgh, PA. And she's a professional wrestler and a women's champion now. Like, what? I'll be a little arrogant too. If I'm like, fuck, like, this doesn't work out, I got this. If I get tired of this, I got this. Like, she accomplished. Most motherfuckers don't do one of those things, that she did them both. Okay, so I have a lot of respect for her. But get on that. Get on that Adam Cole, baby. Like, what the? Yeah, like, get on that. You chose well. So we go up from that promo, the Layla Hirsch, Chris Statlander promo, and of course Hook. I like how he comes. If you've never seen Hook's entrance, everything goes. It's I want to say it's like, it's some almost like Malachi and Cody Rhodes a little bit, but more lights are still up on. And his name, both the Trons, just Hook comes out, and then that great music from Bronson, from the rapper Bronson, Action Bronson. You don't even know me. That's the hook. That's the hook of Hook's song. So anyway, comes out. He's facing what was it? Let me see. He's facing Blake Lee, not Lee, Blake Lee, like Bruce Lee, like the face Bruce Lee that took over that kind of looked like Bruce Lee when he died. If you don't know, Bruce Lee when he untimely death, they had almost a lookalike. And I'm not going to say nothing. Okay, they had a lookalike, but his name is Bruce, and he damn near Lee. I mean, it was damn near like his twin, but it was Bruce Lee, L.I., not Bruce Lee. This is Blake Lee. L.I. So not got a Lee's going on. We got Lee Moriarty. Anyway, so they about to lock up, right? Freaking. By the way, look at this kid. He got a black black dude, African American dude, got a about the same build as Hook, if you know what Hook looks like. He has a tattoo of an eagle across his chest, kind of like Hawk from if you ever seen Cobra Kai. It's like that. It's like that, but it's on his chest. So anyway, so Hook has a great drop step, quick as fuck. Like he was about to hook up. He ducks, goes right around Blake like it ain't nothing, like that. Like what the fuck? So he does a night. He has a side throw. It's called Excalibur called it the Uchi Madara. I tried to spell it out phonetically, but it's basically it's a side throw, not just it's not any. It looks different. That's why I made a note of it. It's not just any side throw. It's a certain way he grabbed Blake, threw him. He landed on his side as he threw Blake on his side. So and another point is Blake is on his has his back to Hook. Hook is hovering over him. He starts giving him these cross faces. There's cross faces, and then from the cross face, this is basically the end. Gives him, he looked like a damn clown. At one point before this happened, Blake hopped onto the second turnbuckle to turn around and give Hook a crossbody. Hook just backed up, just nothing but air, just nothing. He looked like a fucking clown. And this was QT Marshall's best student. According to QT's Marshall's, it was his best student, and QT had trained Hook for a few weeks before Taz took him out of there. But like I said, I'm just trying to fill you in if you don't know the story of what's going on. So but yeah, he after the cross faces, he then hooks him in, basically a rear naked choke, a choke out. He calls it the red rum, and Blake taps the fuck out. All right, so now it's the backstage. You go to it's the main event, which is the Gun Club, Austin and Billy Gunn. Austin and Carlton Gunn versus the Lucha Express. With Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus. So once that happened, Jungle Boy tags Lucha in. All right, but before that, Jungle Boy is basically he gets hold on. He's Austin starts it off, which is the shorter one of the Gun Club, shorter one, stockier. By the way, they both look good. I mean, I never had any like right now. Austin was like the taller older brother. He was the one that seemed like he needed to work on his confidence and his little bit of his charisma. But he's there. He's there as far as moves. He got the reps in. I mean, for the fact that they only be doing this for like he's I think it's a year and a half now that he's been doing this. Like Carlton already did. The deal was, because I watched the interview before I even started seeing him wrestle. It was an interview with Billy Gunn. He said, if you want to, he told both of their boys, if you want to do this. So I mean, Austin was the one, the younger one, was passionate. Carlton had already started his career after he graduated. I don't know what I think there's a 4-year difference between the two. I think, if I remember right. So he had already graduated, started his career, but once he saw Austin, performing, he was like, I mean, I don't blame him. Like, hey, can I go ahead and be with y'all? Like, he can still always go back. He has his degree. I forgot what he has a degree in, but he can go back to his job. He can go back to his job. If he get an injury, get tired of it. But yeah, we do it now when you're young, when your body can heal up better. So he was like, Dad, yeah, let me come in with y'all. Trained under them, got better. He got more confident. I can see it. Like, I don't knock people right off. Like, if you're still absolute garbage after about a year, 6-8 months, if you're just some trash after all that, like, the fuck? Like, you might want to consider doing something the fuck else, okay? Like, you might wind up getting yourself hurt and somebody else, you know what I'm saying? But He was too young, both of them too young. He was too young to not make it, to not, improve. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, this was I liked the match. It was, okay, like I was saying, Austin started it off. Um, Back and forth, nice little back and forth. He, at one, at one point he had to actually dive out. Austin dive out because Jungle Boy got the better of him. And so instead of now, and I thought Jungle Boy was gonna do, all right, just gonna dive on, do the double dive, go do the dives and take out both Austin and Colt. And I'm like, nah, he went ahead and tagged in Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus went from the opposite, jumped down from this side of the ring to the side where they were at. Grabbed both of them and threw them into the side of the apron of the ring. Right? Hold on. They let me see. Lucha goes out. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, he throws Colton in. Okay. He starts fighting with Colton, and then he tags Jungle Boy back in. Now, Jungle Boy attacked, Colton and them going back and forth. He actually tried to do the arm drag that he does when he grabs Colton's hand, and he has a nice little like a wrist finger lock. He's walking the top rope, and he jumps off. He uses the momentum to drag the person onto their back. But Colton, like I said, he's a little bit too big, a little bit too strong. So he holds on to Jungle Boy. Like, nope, I'm not going for this ride, motherfucker. So Colton has control. Does a great drop kick to Jungle Boy, like standing drop kick, like he has a great vertical. He does. He does it, So then now he tags Austin. Colt tags Austin. He has Jungle Boy in a headlock. He's but it looks like he's cranking on that motherfucker. It looks like it is doing damage. It's not, it's not just a rest hold, but he's cranking on that motherfucker. Like, damn, this looks like it fucking hurt. Listen, some of these moves my older brother used to put me in, so I know. So headlocks, if it's done, if it's applied, you make it look like it hurt. It can hurt. Not to say it can, but it can hurt. Anyway, but he's doing this thing where he's cranking the arm back a little bit on the neck. I'm like, damn. I mean, like I said, it's made to look a certain way. If you make something look like it hurts, that means you're doing your job. That's why I say, Austin, like the Gun Club's going to be fine. If they were to get the titles within 2 years or so, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think they need some more promos because like the Acclaim is there just with their entrance. They could if next year they would get it or this year. I don't think anybody would. I know, just my opinion. I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't know who they take it off of, but if they had a fucking 5-month run with it, like what the fuck? Yeah, I'll be fine with it. They're both great performers. I mean, the 5-2 player, yeah, he's been having some great singles matches. I mean, So anyway, just a nice little rant right there. Anyway, okay. So like I said, headlock, Austin. Okay. So yeah, so look, at this point, Austin gets tossed out through the top ropes. He gets thrown out through the top ropes for Jungle Boy. As he's tumbling out, Colton tags him, tags his body. He gets in. Jungle Boy he gets to the other corner, tags in Luchasaurus. All right, Jungle Boy. Okay. Jungle Boy, hold on, let me see. Okay, Lucia puts Colt and Austin in either corners. He takes control. He gets one in one corner, Austin the opposite corner, diagonal. He does this running wild back and forth thing where he's doing splashes, like big stinger splashes on. Colton gets out of one of the corners. Okay. then he staggers out at one of the corners, but then he gets both of them. He gets both of them in in the choke slam positions. But they fight back and throw Luchasaurus out of the ring. JB, okay. Okay, so listen. After all that, the next big thing that happens, JB dives onto the Gun Club. Both Austin and Cole are outside. He does a running dive, like he has to do at least one or two of these which is fine. I'm not tired of it, but I just thought it was going to happen at the very beginning. I'm like, damn, it's starting off this right already. He's diving out. That's why I was saying it was nice the fact that he tagged Luchasaurus and like, go ahead, get him, you know. But he puts Colt back in after Jungle Boy dives on it. So Luchasaurus is already inside there waiting. He give Colt a choke slam, then does a standing moonsault, way better than Charlotte Flair's moonsault, like 1,000 times. Anyway, for a 2 count. All right, Billy and Chris, they're outside. Billy Gunn and Christian Cage are outside. They're going back and forth. They're starting to fight. Colt hits JB with. Now, when this is happening, that fight got Audrey Edwards, the referee, distracted. So he Austin hands Colt the belt, one of the tag team title belts, hits JB with it. All right, thought this was it. I'm like, I wouldn't be mad. All right, give him a nice 1 month run with the belts. Why the hell not? You know, he only gets a 2 count. Colton hits him with the belt, covers Jungle Boy. Only gets a 2 count. All right. Lucha then pulls Austin from the. He was standing inside the ring. Luchasaurus is outside the ring. He pulls Austin through the bottom rope outside the ring. Picks him up, choke slams him into a crowd, which most likely are plants. People planting there to catch him. Chokes him onto like three or 4 guys are out there on the edge of the barricade. That's what he choke slammed Austin into them. Let me see. All right, so this is the final sequence. Wait a minute. I might have got that backwards. No. Yeah, it was Austin that was out. They got choke slammed. Yeah, and so Colt was inside. The taller one, Colt. Colt went for the famous Jungle Boy sidestepped it. He linked the arms up. He does the kill switch, which is Christian Cage's finishing move for the 1, 2, 3, and that is it for your Rampage review. I mean, great show, great progression. They're going to get, like I said, they're going to get better and better. Not just because, even if they didn't get, that's the thing, they were rolling and doing good even before CM Punk got there. Even before Daniel Bryan got there, they were doing good. They were doing absolutely excellent. Now they got them two, and Keith Lee, and Killer Cross got to get there. Ember Moon's going to be there. Well, Athena, it's like, it's just going to get better. And then anybody else that we probably don't even see that often, or who might be on the indies on the come up that we don't know about. So, but if it's something shitty, I'm gonna tell you what's shitty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here just to hate on WWE, but it's so easy to when you got just fucking shit. Like, I would love for it to be the way it was SmackDown 2016, motherfucker. All right, well, hope you enjoyed that review. So look out for some shorts probably coming on later on today. And I'll see you in the next review. Alright, enjoy your Saturday mornings into about the afternoon soon enough. Alright, this is Walkman Z signing off.